I didn't say $2, millions. White cakes. Everybody know about a white traditional wedding cake? I don't know why nobody ain't thought about this. I never thought about it either. But why did we never ask for a different color wedding cake? Everybody had a white one when I was growing up. Now they got black wedding cakes. Now they got red wedding cakes. Now they have different color wedding gowns. What did they do? They took the traditional, changed it based on what the world needed. Because people didn't want traditional wedding dress. Some people said, I can't wear white because, you know, whatever. But, okay, what do we do? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When the tradition don't work for you. When it don't work for you, what do? You put on a black one, a red one, a polka dotted one. But there's a market. There was an untapped market out there for people who were willing to take the risk. Say, you know what? I don't offer white wedding gowns, but I'll get you whatever color you need. I offer non-traditional wedding cakes to coordinate with your wedding colors. It's now a multi-billion-dollar industry that had not been tapped because somebody said, you know what? Have we ever thought about changing the dye in the wedding cake fondant? So, this is what I want y'all to think about. Are your products innovative? Are they something that somebody says, I know you do clothes, but nobody can do clothes like you. I know you can cook, but can't nobody cook like you. Because you have sought and partnered with God, and y'all have come up with something that nobody else has done before that changes the whole trajectory of business. You wonder why Blockbuster's not in business anymore. Because they didn't change with the times. Nobody want to be finding no ink pen and rolling up a VHS tape, trying to get it to work. Those days are over. What about Circuit City? What happened? They came into business, they solved a problem, but they didn't think about what can I do for the future. So whatever you birth as a business person, you always got to be thinking what's next. How can I change this? How can I shift this? How can I make this grow? How can I keep my customers coming back? Every time I go to you and you got the same 2 black dresses and 1 polka dotted one, I'm not coming no more. I'm tired of talking to you and I'm tired of coming to your shop. I need you to be thinking about what's in the trend, but then I need you to be thinking what could be coming in the trend. That's the innovator. So now I'm going to go to branding, and then I'll go to marketing, and then I'll take my seat. I hope, am I inspiring you?
Yes.
Branding. Branding is a whole lot more than slapping a logo on a business card and grinning. Because people come to me and they want business solutions, and they're like, here's my logo. And I'm like, what is the thought behind that logo? I don't know. I paid somebody to make me a logo. They made me one. They got my name in it. So there you go. It has to be more thought than that. And when people sit down with me, here are 3 things that I ask them. First of all, I ask them, who are you? Who are you? What is your business about? And where are you going? All of that needs to be thought about before I do your brand identity. Brand identity are logos. It is all of your logos, it's all of your slogans, it's everything that when someone doesn't see you and they see your logo, they remember you. But there's some thought behind that. You got to think about colors, you got to think about fonts, you got to think about all these kinds of things. You don't have to do it. That's what you paid me to do. But I still have to ask the right questions. And I'm telling you guys this because you can go to a lot of people that can do graphics. But if they don't know who you are, you will outlive the logo. The logo is you. And it needs to carry with you because you are your brand. And like you said earlier, Danita, that you don't have a personal Facebook page and a business Facebook page. You are your logo is you. You are your brand, and your brand is you. So if somebody doesn't come up to you and ask you, who are you, then how in the world can they design for you? You can't just just give me any old thing. I don't care how cute it is. If it's not me, then you have done me a disservice. You took my money. So branding is your logos. It's also what you wear, how you wear it, who you are. Like my dear sister here said, you know, you got to walk in the room like a king and a queen, honey. You own this thing. And your brand is also what others say about you when you're not listening, when you're out the room. What do they say? Oh, she is excellent. Whenever I work with her, I don't have to worry about what she and I talked about. It doesn't go anywhere. I have clients that come to me to say they had someone steal their designs, steal someone's products. And so they're nervous talking to me because they didn't deal with other business people of integrity. How do you go to somebody? I had people that came over there when I was over there for 5-minute sessions, and they said, I have a business idea. I have had people come to me and give me their business ideas. What type of person would I be to take their idea and run with it? But there's people out there that do that. And so for those of you who have a business idea that you've never seen or ever heard, I need you to get it patented before you talk to anybody, or you need to talk to someone of integrity that you know will not take your business and your products and your ideas. They are vultures out here. There are sharks out here. And so if God gave you a vision, you need to be responsible enough to handle it like a little baby. Do you give your baby to anybody when they're a little baby? No. You give it to a responsible person. So here's a couple of brandings that I want to talk about. And this is, for example, with making the right color choices. Why did DeWalt use yellow? They use yellow so they can stand out amongst all the other brands. These are the types of things that you need to think about as an entrepreneur. I'm not saying you're going to do it, but the person that you get to do it, they need to have that type of intelligence and thought. And so when they bring back a logo to you, they should say, well, you know, Michelle, when I talked to you and you were telling me about your vision, I was thinking because of where you are in the industry, I should give you a yellow logo. And so that you need to have that type of conversation. I'm trying to get you prepared for business, not just for getting a logo. Business. You need to have conversations. They need to be able to answer your questions. And if they can't answer them, move on. Now, what is marketing? I think I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to hurry up. What is marketing? Marketing is how do you keep your customers' attention? You keep it through flyers, you keep it through social media, but marketing is not branding, and branding is not marketing. Branding are your logos, it's your mark. Marketing is how do you take that mark and that branding and put it out in the world for people to see who you are and know who you are. Now, going back to, I know y'all were probably like, why did she say all that stuff in front of this? And now she's getting to marketing. Because I'm coming full circle. A person that helps to market you, they need to know your full history, your full story, right? But in order to keep the customer's attention, you need to have a problem that they can solve. And when you have a problem that you're going to solve, they use that in the marketing tactic. They say, Rochelle Holmes, she's not only just a motivational speaker, but she has a heart for this, this, and this. So she will use certain images in the flyers and certain things in the flyers that show the total package of Rochelle. Because I'm not just telling them about a product, I'm telling them about Rochelle. Anybody can get a motivational speaker, but there's only one Rochelle. So how do I show the world who she is? And so when she shows up, that flyer should say, oh, because the flyer should be of such excellence that when they see the flyer, they see her. And when they see her, they see the flyer. There's no disconnect. If you get the wrong graphic designer, you got some trashy flyer, or you got some wonderful flyer, and the person comes to you like, oh God, that ain't the same. Yeah, does that make sense? It goes both ways. And so the last part of marketing is products, price, place, and promotion. All of those are in marketing. What do I mean by that? Marketing is the process you use to get the products out there, into the store, in front of the people, etc. But the thing that hurts us, a lot of us, is that we don't know how to price stuff. We give stuff away for free. Somebody asks us, how much is that? Well, you know, $5. No disrespect. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it. I just thought about it. But you gotta know what you're worth. And so there's two types of pricing, but you gotta figure out which one works for you. One is, how much did it cost me to make this thing? And then you add 20 to 40% higher, so you can have some money after the product. Some people are like, I don't really know, I don't know. So they think of something, and they did all this work, and they undersold themselves. And once you put your prices out there, you can't take that back. If you make a dress for $40 for somebody and it's off the chain, and then they wear it somewhere, then other people are going to want a dress for $40. So some of us start in the hole. So you have to know who you are. First of all, back to the vision. You have to know that God gave you the vision. You must protect it. So you need to sit down somewhere and figure out not only how much does this cost me? And when you figure out how much it costs you, how much will it cost me to make another one? And then how much is profit? I'll give you an example. This jacket, I paid, I don't know, whatever I paid for this jacket. Say I paid $100 for it. It may have cost them $10 to make it. It may have cost them $2 to ship it from China here. When they put it on the rack in the store, because it was Lane Bryant, it went up another $60. Why? Because not only did I pay for that jacket, I paid for them to make another jacket, and then I paid for them to put profit in their bank. That's how you do business. A lot of us that have Christian backgrounds are very concerned about taking advantage of people. You're not taking advantage of people, but yourself. Because that was your energy, that was your time that you lost and gave away. I'm not saying you don't do service, but business is not service. That's what nonprofits are for. So decide which one you're in. Are you service or what you're doing, first of all? Get that one. And then if you are a business, there is a time and a place that you give away things. That's what clearance is for. You give it away to the discount, but even the discount, you still get profit. So learn how to price your products so people understand that you know your value. If somebody walked up to me and said this jacket was $5, I already know I can take advantage of you. Because you don't know who you are. You done did all this work, and you gave me $5? And the other thing, to all of my creative, beautiful women and men, it is hard to put a price on creativity. I get it. It's hard because you spend a lot of creative time. But some of y'all don't even think about that. How much time did it take you to figure out what you were going to put in front of the execs? That thing that you actually wrote and did, it took you hours to get it together. That needs to be integrated in your price. Even if you can't, even in the first shot that you did it, if you gave it to them for free, that's fine. But somewhere along the way, you need to be adding the extra 20, 50. You need to make up that money. Because creativity costs. It costs you time. It costs you energy. It costs you prayer. It costs you sleep. How much does that cost? Nobody knows but you. But if you don't put it in the price, you have disgraced yourself and you have disrespected your vision. The last two are place and promotion. Where are you going to put the product? It's going to be in a store? Where it's going? And how are you going to promote it? That is marketing. And the final two things I'll share with you is, first of all, I said first of all, but really that's not what I mean, industry. Some people will tell me that they are in business and they don't know what industry they're in. I'll give you a quick example. I had one of my mentors, she said to me, Tanya, I make custom-made t-shirts, and how can I keep my prices low when Walmart always has their t-shirts lower than mine? And I said, that's because you have your eye on the wrong competitor. Walmart's not your competition. If you're making custom-made t-shirts, then your price point needs to be at least 3 to 4 times what you can get in Walmart. Because Walmart made 5,000, 500,000, however many they made, but they made a basic t-shirt. So your mindset is off. Your competitor is someone who does exactly what you do, but they do it a little differently, but they're close enough that y'all are kind of, people will either decide that person or this person. That's your competitor. But you need to decide, when you see them, you decide on what prices you want to have. Does that make sense? But don't compete with the wrong people in your head, because then you defeat yourself. She was defeating herself because she thought Walmart was a competitor. You'll never make a t-shirt as low as Walmart. Can't happen. And then you need to be a problem solver in your industry. Once you figure out who you are and what you're doing, decide that not only will I be a business person, I will be an innovator, and I will be an industry leader. That's how you make it to the top. Thank you all for your time. I hope that I have helped you to think, to grow, and to stretch. And the last thing I'll say to you is, don't ever think local. Always think local. God bless you.
Thank you. Tanya said so much. Y'all just gonna have to talk to Tanya. Yes. Because she said so much, but the one thing that I do remember is, who are you? Are you a consumer? Are you a business person? Or are you an innovator? And to always think globally. Always, I mean, look at all this stuff. She got all this stuff. No, you're fine, you're fine. But it's just, you know, so much information was given, and all of this was needed because if we're going to have a business, we need to know how to get it out there. And we need to not sell ourselves short. And I'm not going to talk, I can say something about that, but I'm not. I'm getting ready to introduce our last speaker, who is a fireball. Fireball. I have known her most of my life as well. I'm so blessed to have known these women, and now to glean from them. Michelle Simpson is a native of Virginia, raised in Bowie, Maryland, since the age of 5, and has been a resident of Virginia since 1985. And that is how long I've known her. Michelle has been married to retired U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Pastor Thomas Simpson III for over 30 years. She's the proud mother of 3 dynamic children, Dr. Carney, teacher Charnel, and architect Thomas Micah. And I'm sure she was going to tell you all of that. I just had to throw that in there. Her education began as an elementary education dance major at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. After working for Federal Express for 13 years, she resigned as an operations manager and began to fulfill her assignment, making a positive difference in the minds of our youth as founder of Inspiring Minds Youth Development Center. She is currently president of Brielle's Travel and a youth development specialist for Alternatives Incorporated. She's also founder of LAF Ministries, Inc., Ladies Activate Your Faith, founder of Women's Christian Networking Ministries, former City of Hampton Neighborhood Commissioner for Nonprofits, co-author and contributor of 101 Words of Wisdom for Women, featured in Heart and Soul magazine, previous City of Hampton co-chair for Neighborhoods Month, 40 Developmental Assets Core team member, Mary Kay. Woo! Okay, she just told me it's enough. I just want to introduce Mrs. Michelle Simpson. Can we celebrate her?
All is well. I know people, I know you. You are tired, you are ready to go, and the devil is a liar. So you have come, you have gotten what you need. My only job remaining is to help you execute getting out of here. All this stuff on paper, I promise you, you will not hear it, you will not see it. It's not for you right now. I'll save it for the next time. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Tanya, to you first.